president, the job of the best person in the country, has been indicted, and like all liberals, I'm gonna treat it with the solemnity it deserves, despite having single-mindedly fantasized about it every waking moment until now.
I don't think there's anything to celebrate here.
Not the time for Democratic candidates to celebrate.
No cause to celebrate.
A very sad time for America.
But I don't think we should be celebrating
a sad and sobering historic day.
Obviously a somber moment.
Sad moment and a perilous moment.
A grim historic moment.
Yes, we should take no joy whatsoever in the former president being held to account in the most embarrassing, hilarious crime imaginable. Let's bring in our guest, comedian and actress Tiffany Haddish. Thank you for joining us, Tiffany.
Thank you for having me, Kylie.
Anytime, girl. Now, Tiffany, you're a comedian. Explain why a porn star exposing the shape of Trump's penis in vivid detail in the lead up to his criminal indictment is not funny.
Well, there's so many reasons why it could be funny, but it's not funny because this is our former president, and no president in the history of the United States of America has ever been, hit with criminal charges like this. I think it's crazy that he's being charged with this when there's so many other things that he could be getting charged for. So, I mean, the power of the pussy.
That's literally my catchphrase.
Look, liberals must always stay above the fray and never celebrate holding the powerful to account, even though it's objectively good and popular and they should run on it.
This is great for Democrats. Trump being seen as unfairly punished by the justice system will make him completely unrelatable to the American public.
Look, because we cannot celebrate the one good thing to ever happen, we will now drop balloons sadly and solemnly and soberly. There they go. There. Now, moving on. Tiffany, you're starring in the biopic Flo-Jo about legendary Olympic sprinter Florence Griffith Joyner, a role I passed on, but I am so glad they went with you.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I try not to brag about stuff like that, But Tiffany, what spoke to you about this story that will no doubt inspire extremely young girls like myself to follow their dreams?
Well, this story inspired me so much because Florence influenced me. I ran track and field in high school, and she did amazing things. She made being an athlete beautiful. She made it look fun. And she was really the catalyst to getting endorsement deals for female athletes.
Also, it's a great time to inspire women to start running, since soon they'll have to go on the lam if their period doesn't match what the government has on file.
I love this, Tiffany, because you are not only training for the film, but also for after the film when you need to outrun psychos who think black women's stories should never be told.
Tell it, girl. Tell it. Tell it.
Tell it, girl.
Now, Tiffany, you may not know this, but as a record holder for the most pickles eaten in one sitting, I can't wait to see how you tackle the burdens of fame.
We all have a lot in common. Now, moving on. Tiffany, I'm so excited that you'll be starring in the upcoming sequel to the iconic 2017 movie Girls Trip. After this groundbreaking interview, obviously, we will be best friends and go on our own girls trip. So let's plan it right now. You in?
I'm in. Let's go.
Yes! This is going to be so fun. Okay, first up, where should we go? Somewhere where we can forget the troubles of the world and just relax.
I think we should go to Fiji.
Fiji, yes. Okay, that sounds so fun. But fun for me is actually going to South America to plant trees in the Amazon after it was decimated by Jair Bolsonaro. But okay, let's do your idea. Fiji is pretty good too. But how are we gonna get there? Partying on a private jet, maybe?
No, I was thinking maybe we could go by boat. Like a cruise?
That's really fun, but it's also kind of a lot of carbon emissions, so maybe I'll canoe there, and also on the way I'll pick up some refugees, but I will see you there once I've hired them a human rights attorney. Okay, now who else would you invite? No wrong answers.
I would invite Jordan and Charlotte, and maybe we should invite Michelle Obama.
Damn it!
Okay, yes. was Jordan, Charlotte, and Michelle Obama. But honestly, I would actually invite those refugees that I mentioned earlier and the late Toni Morrison. But to be honest, so many people are struggling to afford groceries. I can't imagine going on some decadent girls trip right now. Please don't be mad at me. Are you mad at me?
No, girl, I am not mad at you.
Good, because I couldn't deal with that feeling while rainforest saving or whatever I said earlier.